Well, we are no longer boat owners. And if that's news to you, you should definitely check out last Sunday's video.
Yes. And speaking of, we want to say a huge thank you because we had a massive outpouring of empathy and support,
kindness,
and positivity, offers, you know.
Oh my gosh, so many messages. It's been amazing, you guys. We are so gratitude. We are filled with gratitude for this community.
And if we have not responded to your offer of a place to stay or to go sailing, so many of you have reached out. Please know that I appreciate every one of you so very much, and those offers are incredible. Taking some of you up on those. We just, we've had a busy couple of weeks, which, man, do we have a lot to catch you up on.
I wanna go somewhere far away. I wanna go where they don't know my name. Get out of town.
37, 39, 52.
Your counting is a little off. Okay, Jason.
What a great little park.
It is a very nice trail.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Ain't that the truth? Oh man.
I guess we start on the boat. So,
Well, or moving off.
moving off.
Yeah, which was
Insanely
exhausting
stressful, emotionally.
and physically.
In a few days, we had everything out in the cockpit.
And then gave away a bunch of stuff, packed up all our sailing gear, bikes, the foil boards, clothes, some of the housewares, you know, anything that could transfer with us into whatever's next.
And we had no idea how we were going to get it off of the little island, onto the big island, and then to the airport. That's a whole thing.
Yes.
That's how tiny. Okay.
Oh, man, community, I'm telling you. We had a lovely couple reach out. They run a nonprofit or an NGO called
Clean Water International in the Philippines. Daryl and Shannon. God, you guys, to have that support and that help.
They had a truck. They came and helped us move all of our stuff over to the main island.
They had so much positivity, which we really needed at that time.
Especially because they were telling us all the stories of the work that they do locally, providing water filtration systems for the more remote villages at the schools. So these are big
village-sized systems.
Yeah. And it was just all the stories they had. And they've been on the island for 19 years and running this organization and doing the work that they are. And it's pretty incredible. So that was just an instant boost.
And we're hoping to get back to the Philippines eventually so we can go see one of the installs.
Yeah, or go visit one of the villages, participate in one of their projects. I don't know. We were really inspired, which was really nice in that moment because we were very kind of emotional and just exhausted, to be quite honest, and overwhelmed. So we're looking at all of our stuff going, how are we going to move this all back to the U.S.?
But they had connection with boxing companies, so they were able to buy these big flat sheets of cardboard so we could custom create our boxes because of our weird, odd-shaped stuff.
Like bicycles and foil boards.
And they spent 2 full days helping us custom make these boxes.
Yeah, we know what we're doing, sort of.
He says us. Really, it was just Jason, Daryl. Shannon and I did other things, and she was baking muffins, and it was it was really nice. And their staff was really helpful. So it was, everybody there that works at the NGO, we only saw them for a short bit because then it was a weekend, but they spent their weekend helping us move. And
pretty incredible.
Yeah, so that was just super nice.
Tonight, we drink nice wine to celebrate. So we have 7 big old cardboard boxes sitting in their spare room right now.
That's it. That's everything that's going on the ship.
We hope. And 6 of them are the foil boards, the foil drive, the bicycles, the sailing stuff, all that. But 1 is all lithium batteries. I separated that one into its own box because
that's the part that's making all of this tricky. And we have, so we've got our friend Miguel over at
APM.
APM. I keep wanting to call it AMP like it's an AMP. Not right.
No.
Asia Pacific Marine. Anyway, that's the agent that originally checked us into the country when we very first arrived. And man, have they been our point of contact for any and all logistics or visa renewals, any and everything else from that point forward. So those guys have been amazing and still helping us out by
getting us shipping quotes and getting us connected with logistics companies for shipping.
Yeah, because getting lithium batteries, even though they're small, just for like a foil board and a bike, you can't take them on a plane. They're very difficult to ship. And apparently it's much easier to get things into the country
than it is to get them out. So if you have any connections with like slow boat shipping of lithium batteries from the Philippines, I know it's very specific.
Or you know the secret sauce, the right person to contact, let us know.
Here we are leaning on the community again.
Yeah, I know. So all of our stuff is sitting there, the rest of it, other than what we can fit in our suitcases. Say hello to everybody. Hi. Thank you for everything.
Walang sapayan.
You're welcome.
Thanks guys, very much.
We packed up what we could in our 4 suitcases and 4 carry-ons.
Can't believe we're about to do it. We're getting on a plane and it will be some time before we return to the Philippines. So many nice people, so many good memories, so many hurtful memories. Such a weird feeling.
Yeah, it is. We took the 30-plus hour flight.
Yep, back
landed
to the
in
US.
Dallas.
Slept a little bit, had dinner with family, and then proceeded to...
Wait for it. We bought a van.
And we're not wasting any time. We've already driven like a third of the way across the US from Dallas to Memphis. No, to Jackson, Mississippi.
Yes.
On our way to Florida.
Because we have not been sailing in over 8 months and we are itching to get back out on the water. So we have a few different vessels lined up.
But before we get into that,
you know, the best part of all of our travels and this crazy lifestyle is getting to share the experiences with all of you. And over the last 6 months, we have traveled to 4 different countries. And in the years past, trying to keep a data plan across all of those borders would be a huge headache. But now we have eSIMs, which has saved us so much time and money, and is why we are very excited to have Sailly as a sponsor of today's video. And we've been using Sailly for almost a year now, and it is a game changer. And if you're not familiar with what an eSIM is, it just literally means a digital SIM card. So you don't have to have one of those little physical SIM cards to go inside your phone anymore. And my iPhone doesn't even have a little slot for a physical SIM card. And don't you know that when we landed in the Philippines, the only local plans all required a physical SIM. So I couldn't even get one even when I wanted one. So for me, Sailly is a must. Plus, it's way cheaper than the international roaming plans that we can get here in the US. And I have tried several different eSIM providers, and Sailly is by far the easiest to use. So let me show you exactly how it works. So you download the Sailly app, choose your destination and your data plan, enter our discount code WYNNS for an extra 15% off, and you activate it with just a few taps, which the app walks you right through, and that's it. Now, for some crazy reason, if you have any issues or it just doesn't work, they have 24/7 support, which is not something that I can say about all the eSIM providers. Plus, they have data plans in over 190 different countries. So we haven't been anywhere yet that we couldn't use it. And the coverage has been surprisingly good, even in the most remote regions of the world. But don't just take my word for it. Check it out for yourself. You can go to sailly.com/wins or download the app, and don't forget to use our discount code WYNNS so you can get 15% off all your Sailly data plans.
we had to get back on the road because we got a lot of miles to log before we get to our destination. And before I let Nikki dive into our boat shopping and sailing plans, I want to tell you that we plan on leaving the Philippines with a bang.
Technically, we've already left.
Well, we're going to leave you in the Philippines with a bang. Our very next video will be visiting the cacao farm in Davao, and it is just a wonderful, beautiful, magical place. The chocolate is some of the best chocolate we've ever had. It's super healthy, and it's one of the very few heirloom cacao farms in the entire world. So it's a really special place. It's owned by a special family. Anyway, it's just such a beautiful place, and we're very excited to share that with you. So that will be the next video that you see after this one, before we dive into the sailing.
I finally broke it free. I'm getting restless, waiting for my day to come. I've been talking about leaving for way too long.
We have been driving non-stop from Texas and on our way to Florida, but we have stopped here in Mobile, Alabama at the Delta 5 Rivers Resource Center. It's a mouthful. You may be wondering, why are we headed to Florida? Well, hopefully for some boat shopping.
Here we are, almost 9 years later, exactly. Did not plan that.
On the same trip.
On the same trip, looking to do almost the same thing-ish. I mean, really, you cannot make this stuff up. It is, yeah, my brain can't quite process it yet. And we are indeed headed to hopefully go do some boat shopping, with a big caveat being we're not quite ready to pull the trigger yet on anything. We're gonna go look, we're gonna go get back in the saddle, as they say, but we need a little bit of recoup time.
Yeah.
Just
be 100% honest, it was a stressful couple years. We took a big financial hit this year, and we're open to anything, but we're not setting ourselves up for any expectations.
yeah, I guess we're kind of just winging it, but without, we're just can take it slow.
Hard to explain, yeah.
Hard to explain. I'm hopefully you can sort of understand. If not, I don't know what to say. So we are headed to Just Cats. We are going to hopefully do a little bit of van work, which I'll show you that shortly. We are going to go sailing on some boats. We have a lovely couple of SV
Second Star,
wow, brain fart. Yeah, Beth and Paul have very generously said that we can use their boat while they are away. It is sitting in the Bahamas.
It needs some love, they said.
And they said, who better than the Wynns to give it some love? So I hope they
Their
still...
words,
yeah,
not
that's right. I hope they still feel that way. Beth and Paul, hope you feel that way. When we're gone, we promise to treat it with respect and like it was our own. I am very much looking forward to it, though, because Second Star is a Windelo, and while we have toured that boat at the boat shows, we have not sailed that vessel, and it is such a unique concept, and they really...
Forward cockpit and everything, it's
yeah,
looking forward.
Ooh, to checking that out. Yeah, very excited about getting to know that boat and just sail something completely different.
We also plan on checking out some used boats with Just Cats. Terry, if you remember Terry, he was part of our renaming ceremony on Curiosity 1.
He was not a broker back then.
Way back. Yeah, he was just a guy at the yard who had just arrived from South Africa looking for something to do.
That's right. Well, boy, did we give him a lot to do. Scraping windows, scraping bottoms. He helped us out a lot.
We do have like a really neat Schionning that we're going to look at, and then a couple other boats he said that might fit our needs. And then, the Bahamas. We have a couple on a X5 Plus, I think. I can't remember. They have like 3 different models that are all called X5. So we're going to go sailing on one of those.
Yeah,
we're going to go
Well, and the Xquisite base. So
Yes.
they've built a whole base in the Bahamas and sort of a whole unique approach to boat
buying,
ownership.
yeah.
So Xquisite's very different, I would say, than a lot of the other manufacturers. I'm very interested to go check that out, to meet couples who have offered to let us go sailing on their boats out there. We've got the Windelo, we've got the Schionning, we've got a few others that we're kind of interested in. The Schionings, I think, are interesting because those are
really hit and miss.
They
They
are.
can be absolutely amazing. We've seen a couple really amazing ones, and they can also be homemade.
Well, because they're self-built, right? Like, so it's, you buy the plans, think like MJ Sailing. Theirs is a max cruise, very different. And you can have a boatyard do it, or some people
do it
have
yourself.
built them themselves. Yeah. Was it Roma Schionning?
Romer's just showing,
Yeah, so Sail Surf Rome, we met those guys. They had an incredible boat, loved their boat.
Very Spartan. They wanted to go fast.
And it did. So it was a very sporty boat. She looked really clean. They loved it.
Yeah.
And then
Our friends in Tonga
That's
that
right.
did the charter out of theirs, the whale watching charter, theirs was built out of like Kevlar and fiberglass. So they said it would get up on the waves and it would just fly, but theirs was more for charter, so it was set up really comfortable.
yeah, and they had this huge bathroom, but up top. It was a very unique layout. Everyone is completely custom built, so the layouts are usually different. The styles are all a little bit different anyway.
Yeah. But we are hoping to get out on multiple boats. We are looking for boats. We're open to anything. Even, may I say, a motorboat trawler with a sail, like a stabilizing sail.
It's for a very specific purpose, and we'll see if we even go down that road, because it would be a different environment. I'll just leave it at that. And then basically also meaning that we're gonna go look at some monohulls too. We're not ruling out anything. We're just staying open-minded. We're gonna explore a lot of different things over this next year and see where it leads us.
That is all just in the next month or two. That is a lot of this and that boat testing and sailing. So we are very excited, guys, to get back on the water and bring you along with us. And hopefully we all learn something interesting from these test sails. And
That's right. We
going
mostly
out.
we need to get back out there. We need to get back out on the water, have some adventures, and just have some adventures. Which, speaking of adventures, that van.
Yeah, let me show you. We are living in the van life luxury. It is top notch. Let me just show you. Here's our van. It's a 2025 Ford Transit high roof, extended, long wheelbase, but not the extended version, the regular long wheelbase. She's all-wheel drive. And the reason we ended up with this van is, well, I'm gonna turn this way because the wind is so loud. This was the one that was available in pretty much all of Texas, and I called all over Los Angeles as well, because we have
And we looked at
family
used.
of both. We looked at used. Used we could get not the right van for only a few $1,000s less, so it didn't really make sense. Well, we've driven an hour and a half out in the middle of the country of Texas to look at a van. And I'm about to walk into a Ford dealership, and I'm brand agnostic, so it's kind of not that big of a deal, but I was raised in a Chevy family, so it really kind of a little bit it's built into me. It kind of breaks my heart. Because Ford, it's found on the road dead, effed on race day. And then I had a friend whose dad owned a Ford dealership, and he said you had anal in front of every Ford model. Just think about that. That's my thoughts about Ford. This is a big deal. This is a really big deal. If we actually wanted a medium roof, because it's a better driving experience, better fuel economy, less sway, but for living, it really isn't tall enough. That's why we went with the high roof. We wanted the non-extended version because we want it to fit in a normal parking spot, which it does. The extended one does not. And we got all-wheel drive because our plans eventually will take us all the way down into the Baja first. Maybe we'll kind of dip our toes, and then maybe down to South America, Central America, all that kind of stuff. But that's way future. So that's why it also doesn't look like it's a hardcore off-road van, because we got the super standard tires, the super standard rims. There's no lift kit or anything like that. Super basic.
All later.
Super basic, but it's great because we get to use these tires. We're not going off-road right away. It's fine. Get our money's worth. And welcome to the beautiful van build.
Clearly, this is just a shell. It is a blank canvas. We have a lot of work to do. We're gonna start with just basic insulation, walls, some solar, Raph at Just Cats, Hoping you're gonna help me out with that. We got just the basics, sort of glorified car camping for now. And then we'll slowly come up with the other stuff in between all the other adventures we have going on and all of the sailing, because we're struggling with like the perfect layout, and it all kind of stems around the bed. So anyway, we got a lot to figure out. If you have suggestions, we want the bed to be on the ceiling, some sort of down mechanism. Lippard's got a bunch of options. We're exploring it all. So we got ourselves a fridge for now, a pantry. That's about all you need. We have an oven. We're doing all oven meals. And we have a bed. We went with the Japanese futon because we can just lay it out on the floor and we sleep at night. It is actually very comfortable. I'll put a link to that one because I am pretty happy with that mattress, especially for the price. And it like comes with a massive
bag, storage bag, yeah.
Duffel. It looks like an oversized duffel. But it's great for now because until we figure out what we're doing, this is just so easy.
We got our nomadic bags that
ready to go. Any flight, anytime, backpacks.
All of our camera stuff is funny.
Yeah, that takes up a lot of it. This is our shower unit. Shower in a bucket. Poop in a bucket. Trash can.
In a bucket.
In a bucket. Lots of buckets. And then these, also very temporary, but these are just the kind of inexpensive garage cabinets. They are clearly just bungeed to the wall for now, but that gave us somewhere to put all of our stuff. All the rest of the stuff, clothes, dishes, everything else, it's all in here. And that's it. That is our life in a van. What's that?
I'm pointing out. Okay.
Oh!
Suitcase storage.
Yeah. Additional suitcase storage. It's all of our dive gear right there is tucked into that bag. Pillows. That's it.
Should I show them the front?
Oh, yeah.
We got the cloth seats because we thought that those would be the most comfortable for your butt and you slide less than the vinyl seats and they might be less hot. So this was actually an upgrade. Cloth was an upgrade from vinyl. That kind of surprised me. We got a little shelf up here, but we're hoping to do like a bigger, better shelf. This just came from the factory. Big old screen with navigation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Coffee storage.
These are awesome. Can't wait to tell you about these sometime soon. Yeah.
Here, I'll prove that it's full of coffee.
Yeah.
Did that prove it?
Yeah, thanks for that.
Trying to sound like if I'm just drinking it, how can I prove it? I have to do something.
They are pretty awesome though, and clearly magnetic, which really makes us almost not want to put walls up.
I know.
Because you're like, I could just take advantage of that, but then there'd be no insulation. Okay, continue on with the tour.
Came with these auxiliary switches, so we can have like a vent fan or other lights, so I can control all that right here. Sort of like a blend of an RV and a van. Big screen, navigation, all that stuff. This is a digital rear view camera. It's a mirror when it's off, and it turns into a screen whenever we're driving. So I can see out even though I can't see out the windows. I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah, it is. It's very clear. The camera's actually surprisingly good.
It has 2 alternators, so I'll let you know if that was a good idea or not, but that's what it had. It has a little 400 watt inverter, so we'll see how that goes as well. And it's pretty comfortable to drive. Lane assist does not have all the options I wanted, meaning I don't have adaptive cruise control. That's what I wanted the most, because then when you're cruising, you can just slows you down automatically and speeds you up automatically. But it could also be worse for fuel economy, so that's what I'm telling myself. Anyway, so far we're really happy with it. We've only driven it like 800 miles.
Yeah. Oh, I think this is also a good time to talk about why did we go with gas versus like the Sprinter?
Yeah, so I think the Sprinter maybe looks a little bit like cooler, but the Sprinter is diesel, and Mercedes dealerships in Mexico and South America, even across North America, they're more limited. A Ford dealership is everywhere, and then not having diesel, we get gas, and gas is available just about everywhere, and we've been told from the research we've been doing that gas is better for Central and South America because there's more gas station opportunities than there are diesel.
And easier to get Ford parts.
Way easier to get Ford parts all around the world. And then, we do have an extended fuel tank. So I fueled up for the first time the other day, and I think it holds like 32 gallons total. So we can go in extended range. That's pretty great. And it has like an output, so you can put a diesel heater in.
Oh yeah.
And it sips off the same fuel tank.
Diesel.
Oh no, a gas. How does that work? Oh yeah. Anyway, we're still getting used to everything. So that's really it in a nutshell. I think that sums it up.
It's going to be an interesting year ahead. It's been a wild year already. Thank you so much for watching, for sticking with us, and we will see you soon.